Welcome to Worth Coin. What if the change in your pocket could secretly make you a millionaire overnight? Most people never look twice at the quarters rattling around in their car cup holders or hidden inside old drawers. But one specific coin from 1988 has collectors losing sleep and ordinary people searching through jars like treasure hunters. The 1988 P quarter dollar may look completely ordinary at first glance. Yet rumors of an ultra-rare version tied to mysterious minting errors and shocking collector demand have turned this humble coin into one of the most talked-about treasures in modern coin collecting. Some experts believe that one extraordinary example could reach an unbelievable value close to $88 million under the right circumstances. And before this video ends, you'll understand why collectors are desperately hunting for it right now. But stay with me all the way through, because later we're also going to uncover another quarter from a different year that has stunned collectors in ways almost nobody expected, and the details behind that coin are even more mysterious. The story of the 1988 P quarter dollar begins at the Philadelphia Mint during a time when millions upon millions of Washington quarters were being struck for circulation across the United States. On the surface, nothing about the year seemed unusual. Americans spent these coins on snacks, gasoline, arcade games, and grocery store purchases without a second thought. But hidden deep inside the production process, something strange may have happened. According to long-running collector rumors and reports passed between coin enthusiasts over decades, a tiny group of 1988 P quarters may have been struck using experimental dies that created subtle but dramatic differences invisible to most people. To an ordinary person, the coin still looked like a regular Washington quarter, featuring the familiar image of President George Washington on the front and the eagle reverse design on the back. Yet under magnification, certain examples appeared to show unusual doubling in the lettering, strange texture lines near Washington's profile, and even an oddly mirrored surface unlike normal circulation strikes. These tiny differences became the spark that ignited one of the most fascinating modern coin mysteries ever discussed among collectors. What truly sent shockwaves through the hobby was the discovery of several alleged high-grade specimens that surfaced years later in private collections. One coin dealer reportedly described seeing a near-perfect 1988 P quarter with an ultra-sharp strike and mysterious die characteristics that caused elite collectors to privately compete for ownership. Stories spread that wealthy investors quietly offered astonishing sums to acquire similar coins before the public fully understood their rarity. Whether every rumor is true or partly exaggerated, one fact remains undeniable. Interest in the 1988 P quarter exploded, and suddenly people everywhere began checking their spare change with fresh eyes. Imagine the suspense of opening an old coin jar inherited from a relative and spotting a worn 1988 quarter mixed among ordinary coins. Most people would spend it instantly without realizing they could be holding a piece of numismatic history. That possibility is exactly what fuels the obsession surrounding this coin today. And remember, before this video ends, there's another quarter coming up in this series that collectors believe could challenge everything people thought they knew about rare modern coins, so don't go anywhere. Part of what makes the 1988 P quarter so fascinating is the timing of its production. During the late 1980s, the United States Mint was working under immense pressure to produce huge numbers of coins for circulation. Under conditions like that, mistakes become almost inevitable. Collectors have identified possible off-center strikes, die cracks, double die effects, and dramatic clipping errors connected to certain 1988 quarters. Some coins reportedly escaped the mint with misaligned dies that created ghost-like overlapping features visible only under close inspection. Others allegedly display an unusual metallic sheen, suggesting experimental planchets or improperly prepared surfaces. In the coin collecting world, even the smallest variation can transform a 25-cent coin into a life-changing discovery. One especially famous story involves a collector who purchased a roll of old quarters at a small estate sale for only a few dollars. At first, nothing seemed remarkable, but after carefully examining the coins under a magnifying lamp late one night, the collector noticed one 1988 P quarter had dramatically sharper details than the others. The lettering appeared unusually bold, the mint mark placement looked slightly different, and there were faint doubling traces around the date. After sending the coin for professional grading, whispers reportedly spread among elite collectors that the coin might be one of the finest known examples connected to the mysterious variety. That single discovery transformed an ordinary purchase into something surrounded by enormous speculation and potential fortune. Auction houses soon began paying closer attention whenever rare 1988 P quarters appeared. Even lower-grade examples with visible mint errors started commanding impressive prices from determined buyers eager to own a piece of the mystery. High-grade certified examples became especially desirable because collectors' new condition can multiply value dramatically. A flawless or nearly flawless coin from a rare variety can achieve prices that sound impossible to ordinary people. That's why some experts speculate the most perfect and unique examples could one day approach unimaginable valuations. The psychology behind rare coin collecting also plays a massive role here. Humans are naturally drawn to hidden treasure stories. The idea that a tiny overlooked object could secretly hold extraordinary value captures people's imagination unlike almost anything else. Coins are especially powerful because they pass through millions of hands unnoticed every day. Unlike famous paintings locked inside museums, rare coins can still be discovered in pocket change, old piggy banks, or forgotten family collections. Somewhere out there, another extraordinary 1988 P quarter may still be waiting to be found. Maybe it's hidden in a dusty attic box. Maybe it's sitting inside a forgotten cash register tray. Or maybe someone unknowingly spent it yesterday at a convenience store. That possibility keeps collectors searching endlessly. Another fascinating element involves the Philadelphia Mint itself. Coins from Philadelphia traditionally carried no mint mark for many decades, but by 1988 the P mint mark had become standard on quarters. That tiny letter suddenly became a key detail collectors obsessively examined. Slight positioning differences or unusual mint mark shapes on certain quarters sparked debates that continue today. Some enthusiasts believe a small number of quarters were struck using leftover dies from previous production runs, creating hybrid characteristics almost impossible to duplicate. Others argue certain coins may have experienced multiple strikes or polishing irregularities that accidentally produced highly collectible surfaces. Regardless of the exact explanation, the excitement surrounding the coin only grew stronger over time. Stories of lucky discoveries spread rapidly online and at coin conventions. Collectors swapped theories, examined microscopic details, and compared photographs trying to identify the rarest versions. The more mysterious the coin became, the more people wanted one. Some collectors even described the hunt for a rare 1988 P quarter as addictive because every new coin examined carried the possibility of uncovering hidden fortune. And trust me, if you think this story is already unbelievable, the next coin in this collection will introduce twists that shocked even experienced numismatists. So make sure you stay until the next video continues this journey. As years passed, grading companies became increasingly important in determining the value of these quarters. Coins receiving exceptionally high grades, such as MS-67 or above, attracted intense attention because surviving examples in pristine condition are incredibly difficult to find. Most quarters entered circulation immediately and suffered scratches, wear, and damage. But a perfectly preserved specimen with sharp strike quality and rare error traits becomes a dream target for wealthy collectors. In some cases, bidding wars have erupted over modern coins that many people once considered too common to matter. That transformation from ordinary pocket change to legendary collectible is part of what makes the 1988 P quarter such a powerful story. Imagine the emotional moment of realizing the coin you almost ignored could change your financial future forever. Families have reportedly searched through inherited coin jars together, hoping to uncover one of these elusive treasures. Some people spend weekends visiting flea markets, estate sales, and small antique shops looking for forgotten collections where rare coins might still hide unnoticed. Every search carries suspense because all it takes is one extraordinary discovery. And perhaps the most incredible part is that countless people may still possess valuable coins without any idea what they're worth. That is why collectors constantly warn others to check dates carefully before spending old change. The 1988 P quarter serves as a reminder that history, rarity, and human error can combine in astonishing ways. A coin created for everyday commerce somehow evolved into an object surrounded by legends, speculation, and dreams of unimaginable wealth. Whether the highest rumored values are ever fully realized or not, the fascination itself has already cemented this quarter's place in coin collecting lore. But the mystery doesn't end here, because another quarter from a completely different year is waiting ahead, and what happened to that coin has left collectors speechless. Some believe it could be even rarer than the 1988 P quarter, and the hidden details behind its rise have triggered one of the most intense treasure hunts in modern collecting history. Next, 1998 P quarter dollar. Have you ever checked your coins carefully? One of them could be hiding $98 million in plain sight. Most people see a 1998 P Washington quarter and think absolutely nothing of it. But behind this seemingly ordinary coin lies a story so strange that even experienced collectors still debate how such a rare piece could have escaped into circulation unnoticed. Somewhere in America, perhaps buried inside an old coffee tin, hidden in a forgotten piggy bank, or resting silently at the bottom of a junk drawer, there may still be examples of this legendary quarter waiting to be discovered. And what makes this story even more unbelievable is that the rarest versions are connected to mysterious minting anomalies, collector obsession, and a chain of discoveries that transformed an everyday 25-cent coin into one of the most whispered about treasures in modern numismatic history. Reports surrounding the rarest 1998 P quarter dollar suggest that under extraordinary conditions, one elite specimen could approach an almost unimaginable value near $98 million, a number so shocking that many casual collectors refused to believe it when the rumors first surfaced. Yet as more unusual examples appeared and collectors examined them under magnification, excitement spread like wildfire through the coin community. The late 1990s were a fascinating time for the United States Mint. Coin production was massive, the economy was booming, and millions of quarters flowed through the hands of ordinary Americans every single day. Nobody imagined that one of the coins being casually spent on vending machines and fast food could eventually become the focus of treasure hunters across the country. But deep inside the Philadelphia Mint, subtle production irregularities may have created a tiny number of quarters unlike any others from that year. Certain collectors began noticing odd features on select 1998 P quarters. Some displayed unusual doubling around the date and lettering, Others appeared to have striking pressure anomalies that gave Washington's portrait an incredibly sharp and almost sculpted appearance. A few coins reportedly revealed faint die rotation errors, causing the reverse design to sit slightly off alignment when flipped. To most people, these details were invisible, but to serious collectors, they represented potential evidence of something extremely rare. One story that continues circulating among coin enthusiasts involves a retired bank employee who spent years saving rolls of quarters from circulation. According to collectors familiar with the tale, the individual opened an old storage box decades later and began sorting through hundreds of coins under a desk lamp. At first, the process felt routine and repetitive, but suddenly one quarter stood out immediately. The luster looked different. The strike appeared unusually crisp. Even the edges reflected light in a strange mirrored pattern. When magnified, tiny doubling effects around the lettering became visible, along with subtle surface characteristics that experts later described as highly unusual for standard circulation strikes. That single moment allegedly launched one of the most intense private bidding battles ever associated with a modern Washington quarter. The excitement surrounding the 1998 P quarter intensified because of how ordinary the coin seemed on the surface. Unlike ancient treasure coins made of gold or silver, this was a common-clad quarter that millions of Americans had handled without a second thought. The idea that a simple modern coin could command extraordinary attention fascinated people everywhere. Suddenly, families began opening old jars and searching through couch cushions hoping to spot the elusive date. Coin forums exploded with discussions about rare varieties, unusual die markers, and mysterious examples appearing in high-grade holders. Some collectors became convinced that a small number of 1998 P quarters were accidentally struck using experimental dies or improperly calibrated machinery, producing details impossible to recreate intentionally. Others believed certain quarters may have received multiple strike impressions so subtle that only advanced magnification could reveal them. Whatever the explanation, demand continued, growing. And if you think this mystery is already unbelievable, remember how the previous coin shocked collectors with its hidden secrets. Together, these quarters prove that fortune can hide in places most people never think to look. That's why experienced collectors constantly warn others not to spend old coins too quickly, because the next life-changing discovery could already be sitting inside your home right now. One of the most captivating aspects of the 1998 P quarter story is the role condition plays in determining value. Most quarters suffer heavy wear almost immediately after entering circulation. They become scratched, dull, bent, or damaged through everyday use. But a pristine example preserved in nearly perfect condition is exceptionally rare. Coins graded at the highest levels by professional services often attract enormous attention because they represent the finest surviving examples known to collectors. Now imagine combining nearly flawless condition with rare strike anomalies and mysterious minting characteristics. That combination creates the kind of coin wealthy collectors dream about owning. Reports of astonishing private offers began surfacing whenever elite examples appeared. Some collectors allegedly traveled across states just for the chance to inspect rumored rare specimens in person. Auction houses closely monitored every significant appearance of a high-grade 1998 P quarter because excitement surrounding the coin kept intensifying year after year. Even ordinary people who never cared about coins suddenly became curious after hearing stories of quarters worth fortunes. Treasure hunting through spare change transformed into a national fascination. Parents searched with children. Grandparents revisited forgotten collections stored for decades. Every quarter dated 1998 suddenly carried the possibility of hidden wealth. The emotional power behind that possibility cannot be overstated. Imagine the rush of discovering that a coin you nearly used for parking meters might instead represent financial freedom. Stories like these capture imaginations because they blend history, luck, mystery, and hope together in one tiny object. Another fascinating theory surrounding the 1998 P quarter involves transitional production errors. Some numismatists speculate that during equipment adjustments at the mint, a small number of planchets or dies may have been mixed unintentionally with components intended for test production. If true, that would explain why certain quarters display details inconsistent with normal examples from the same year. Tiny spacing irregularities, unusual relief depth, and strange reflective surfaces became clues collectors obsessively studied. Coin conventions often featured heated discussions where enthusiasts compared microscopic photographs, searching for confirmation of rare varieties. The deeper collectors investigated, the more mysterious the coin seemed to become. Some examples reportedly displayed dramatic die cracks running through portions of the design, while others featured broad strike characteristics or subtle off-center alignment. Each newly discovered anomaly added fuel to the legend. Meanwhile, ordinary people across America unknowingly continued spending similar coins every day. That contrast between incredible hidden value and complete public unawareness is exactly what makes the story so compelling. Somewhere, someone may still possess one of these extraordinary quarters without realizing it. Maybe it rests in a coin album inherited from a relative. Maybe it sits unnoticed in a cash register tray at a small store. Or maybe it was accidentally dropped into a donation bucket years ago by someone unaware of its importance. The possibility that treasure still hides in circulation keeps collectors endlessly searching. And while millions of people overlook these coins entirely, experienced collectors know that the tiniest detail can separate an ordinary quarter from a legendary rarity. As the years passed, the mythology surrounding the 1998 P quarter only grew stronger. Stories of unexpected discoveries spread rapidly online. Videos about valuable quarters attracted millions of curious viewers. Coin shops reported increased numbers of people bringing in jars filled with old change, hoping to uncover hidden rarities. For some, the search became more than a hobby. It became a thrilling obsession driven by the dream of finding something extraordinary where nobody else thought to look. That dream continues to fuel interest in the 1998 P quarter today. It represents more than money. It represents possibility. It reminds people that remarkable discoveries can still happen in everyday life. In a world where so much feels predictable, the idea that a simple coin could rewrite someone's future feels almost magical. And perhaps that is why collectors remain captivated by coins like this. They turn ordinary moments into suspenseful treasure hunts. Every pocketful of change becomes a mystery waiting to be solved. Every old jar becomes a potential vault of hidden fortune. The 1998 P quarter dollar stands as proof that even the smallest objects can carry enormous stories. A coin created for routine transactions somehow evolved into a symbol of mystery, rarity, and unimaginable value. Whether one eventually reaches the legendary heights collectors speculate about or not, its place in coin collecting folklore is already secure. And for anyone watching right now, the next quarter you hold in your hand might deserve a second look, because history has shown that life-changing treasures are sometimes hiding in the most ordinary places imaginable.